Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to create this sign-in page, which is basically a create an account page in Figma. All right, let's get started. To begin creating our project, we're going to need a rectangle that looks like this. I want to reuse the one I created when I was creating this project, but I'm going to show you how to create it. Let's start with a rectangle. I'm just going to draw a rectangle. The width of this rectangle is 775 and the height is 985, and I'm just going to have this here. Next, I'm going to double click on the rectangle, hold shift and just move this part back and try to keep it aligned so that we don't have the rectangle a little bit lower, just like this. Say something here. Next up, go over to the pen tool and we are going to add random dots along this side of our rectangle. I have no real spacing for it. Just put dots at random parts of this rectangle. Next, select the move tool. Let's go back to the top. And for me, I kind of push one back, push one front, just kind of randomly push it in different directions. So I'm going to move this one, let's see, back, front. You can also move the dots like this if you feel like it's not what you want. I'm going to maybe move this one front a bit, move this one, oops, move this one back, maybe this one front, maybe push this one in a lot, bring this one in like this, maybe bring this one a little bit out. Let me zoom out. So yeah, let me just like push this one out, this one in, and this one maybe just, let's see, around like this. So I'm going to click on escape and escape. So even though I just created this one, you can see that it's actually different, and that's probably what's going to happen with yours. It's probably going to be different, and that's fine. We just want to have something that looks random. What you're going to do now is go over to stroke, add a stroke, change the color of the stroke to white. The weight of the stroke is going to be 10, and then we're going to go over to settings. We want to use brush, and for the brush stroke we want to use this brush, which is called drone, and I'm just going to select it. We're not going to change any details, and that is it. So this is the one I created when I was creating this project. This is the one we just created now. So you can go ahead and create it just like I demonstrated, but I want to use this one because that's the one I used when I was creating it. So I'm just going to select this and delete this. Don't delete yours. I'm just deleting it because I want to use this one we have here. Next, we're going to need a frame. So I'm just going to insert a frame like this. The width of this frame is going to be 1440 and the height is going to be 960. I'm going to grab this rectangle and bring it into this frame and align the center to the rectangle, and then move this rectangle back till you can't see the let me just show you what I have as spacing. So it's 15 from the left and 680 from the right. So you just want to push it out a bit so you can't see any of the parts of our stroke on the top, left and bottom. We just want to see it on the right. Let's select, as you're selected on this rectangle, let's go over to fill. I'm going to select, for the fill, I'm going to select image and I'm going to upload from computer. The image I want to use is this one. The link to that image will be in the description box below. And I'm just going to come out here. You know what? The how it looks now, it's perfectly fine. So I'm just going to leave it as it is and I'm going to close this dialog. Next, I'm going to insert a text. So I'm going to just type, let me get closer so you can see what I'm typing. Let the adventure begin. And I'm going to change the font to Montserrat. The weight is going to be extra bold. Size is going to be 54 and the line height is going to be 62. Let me zoom out and I want the text to look like this. So 3 lines of text that looks something like this. So the width is 318 for me, something like this, but you just want your text to look like this. For position, I want it to be 220 from the top. So I'm going to just show it's actually checking for me from the top of the rectangle. That's fine. I'm just going for a relative position. 160 from the left, 220 from the top. So I'm just going to move my, so it's 220, 214. I want it to be 220 from the top and 160 from the left. Yes, I know it's for me anyway. If it's checking across and it's checking referencing the frame, that's fine for you. But for me, it's referencing the rectangle. But anyway, the position is fine. I just want it in the sort of top right corner. Select the text once more. Let's add an effect so it will pop a bit. Let's go to effects. We're going to add a drop shadow. We're just going to leave the effects like this. We're not going to make any changes. So we just want it to have sort of look like it's popping up from the page and not look too flat. Select the frame and we are going to change the frame, select the frame, and we're going to change the fill of the frame to black. And I'm going to come over here and on the right side of our screen or our frame, we're going to now create the contents for our form. I'm going to insert a text. So I'm going to write create an account. The font is going to stay as Montserrat. We're just going to change this to the width to medium. Size is going to be 42 and the line height is going to be 50. I'm just going to sort of bring it around here. Next up is going to be a rectangle. Let me come closer. Next up is going to be a rectangle. So I'm just going to click on R and I'm just going to create a rectangle. The width is going to be 460 and the height is going to be 45. Next up, let's add a stroke. Change the stroke color to white and then remove the fill. We're going to need another text, so I'm just going to click on T so I can insert a text box, and this will be first name, and I'm going to change the width to regular. I'm also going to change the font to Inter. So the font is Inter, width is regular, the size is 16, and the line height is going to be 24. I'm now going to make this an auto layout using Shift and A. We're going to change the padding on the left and right to 5 and the padding on the top and bottom to 0. Let's add a fill to this frame and we're going to make the fill of the frame black. And I'm going to align this text, this frame, so that the middle of our text is aligned to the top of this rectangle, and I want it to be the alignment to be 15 from the left of this rectangle. So it's currently 14 for me. I'm just going to move it one more time so that it's aligned 15 to the left of this rectangle. I'm going to select the rectangle and the text and I'm going to group it. I'm going to zoom out and we are going to reuse these fields to create our other items. So I'm just going to create a bunch more. So I need a total of 5 fields. And I'm just going to create all of it. Let's come back to this. I'm going to change this to last name. This is going to be email. This is going to be password. And this is going to be confirm password. Let's add in some icons for these 2 fields. I'm going to right click. Let's go to plugins and I'm going to run Iconify. The icon I want to use is from, so all you need to do is search for off and it will give you a bunch of options. I'm going to select from icon sets. So the icon set is going to be the one from, let me see, this one, ion icons, I think. We're going to use this outline one. So I'm just going to just grab a copy and then bring it into my frame. And I'm going to change the, let me grab this. I'm going to bring it to this rectangle. I can also ungroup for now. Come back here. I'm going to leave the dimensions as 16 by 16. What I want is, I want it to be 15 from the right of our rectangle. So I'm going to move it back 2 more times so it's 15 from the right of the rectangle and it should be in the center. I'm going to zoom out, select all of this. I could just also, let me create a copy of this before I group it. I'm going to select all of these elements and then group it again. Same with this, I'm just going to make sure I have the proper alignment. So I want it to be 15. Let me select the group. I want to ungroup it first. I'm going to select this, align it to the center first, and then it should be 15 from the right of our rectangle. Now select everything again and then group. We're going to add some final details. Let's add another rectangle. So I'm just going to click on R and just draw a rectangle. The width of this rectangle is going to be 20. The height is also going to be 20. Let's add a stroke. Change the color of the stroke to white, and then we're going to remove the fill. Let's insert a text box. This text is going to be on the longer side. I already have it on my clipboard and I'm just going to paste. So this is the text. By signing in, you accept the terms and conditions, terms of service and privacy policy. So all you need to do is have everything in the same text box. You don't need to make multiple text box. So if you want to change it, all you need to do is highlight these terms of service and then change the color to this green color. That's all you need to do. Select it, change the color. Like I could demonstrate by doing, select this and then in fill, change the color to, let me just pick something different from the green color I have. Let me see this red color. And that's how you can change the color of the text. So in your own case, when you type in the text, just select terms of service and then change the color to this. I just don't want to actually have a notes, opening my notes and then doing it in this project. So the size of this text is the typography. The font is Inter, size is 14, and the line height is going to be 20. I'm going to bring this here, select this to the rectangle and the text, make it an auto layout, and the gap should be 10. Let me zoom out. I'm going to select this last group and this one. I can also make it an auto layout and the gap, I want it to be 10. And I'm going to select all of these items. The spacing between all of these items is going to be 20, and then I'm just going to group everything. Let's add our login button or our create account button and additional text. So I'm going to click on T to insert a text and I'm just going to type create account. The size, the font is going to stay as Inter, size is going to be 20 and the line height is going to be 26. I'm going to create an auto layout with this text. The padding for the left and right is going to be 45 and the padding on the top and bottom is going to be 15. Let's add a stroke and we're going to change the color of the stroke to white and we can leave everything as it is. Let's add our final text. I'm just going to click on T so I can insert the text and this will be already have an account, and then there's going to be sign in. And I'm going to highlight this sign in and the fill is going to be, so on this page, we already have this green color. That's the green color that is here. Or you could use the color picker to check. I'm just going to change it to that green color. I'm going to change the size of the text. So the size of this text is going to be 16 and the line height is going to be 22. The font is still Inter. I'm just going to bring this to, select this to make the spacing 15, and I could just group it. Or you could make it an auto layout if you want to. I'm going to zoom out, and now let's space out all of our elements and we'll be done with this. I'm going to select all of this. So this group and this text, I'm going to use Alt H, and I'm aligning their horizontal centers, or you could come over to alignment, position alignment, then use this button. I just use the shortcut, which is Alt H. The spacing is going to be 60, and I could just go ahead and group this. For the position, I'm going to check it should be 140 from the right of your frame. So I'm going to move this group, let me see, 140 from the right, and then I'm just going to move this so that it's on the center of my frame. So it should be this. For me, it's 151 from the top, 151 from the bottom, and 140 from the right. And yeah, that is it for this form. I'm just going to run it in the prototype view so you can see what it looks like. So this is what our form looks like in the prototype view. You can go around and play around with different things, maybe change the image, try different colors or fonts, things like that. That's entirely fine. But anyway, that is it for this particular tutorial. If you want to watch longer projects for UI UX design in Figma, you can check out the description box below to the links to those videos or the courses available on my channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.